chat, here we go. It's Moxy versus Nuggets in the winners finals of the EU Cash Cup. $3,900 on the line, and Moxy's been loving his zap dash today, even though this one had nothing to do with this ball going in. A nice little wave dash win and a fun little zap dash on the landing. Moxy versus Nuggets. We talked about Moxy a little bit in the last game. Do we really need to talk about Moxy too much? I think we know who he is. He's waiting in the World Final, the World Championships that are going to be happening in Lyon. He will be there, waiting to see if it's Diaz or Nupo who will be playing him as he tries to be the first ever RLCS 1v1 World Champion. Would certainly be quite deserving of that title. But before he does that, he has to beat Nuggets. He has to beat Nugget here in the winners finals. Neither one of these guys have lost through the entirety of the bracket. Tournament open to everybody in Europe to sign up and try and get a win. I mentioned that Nuggets played in SSA RLCS 1v1 as he gives himself a second goal. He actually did win it. Obviously, there has been lots of talk about how, you know, we're not excited about how many invaders are playing in SSA. But I did point out that Nuggets has been playing in EU since he got back from his ban and was banned during Europe's 1v1 for the RLCS. So he could not play Europe's. So he had to play one of the ones in this split if he wanted to play, or could just not play at all. So he had to pick between NA, MENA, SSA, OCE. So of all of those, he did go to SSA, which all I was trying to say is I got you know, heat on Reddit. Basically that of those options, especially with the prize pools and where they're laid out, I mean, it's no surprise that Nugget went back to SSA. Although it seems like he is interested in playing EU nowadays. As you can see, he is here in the EU Cash Cup for 1v1. Nugget was banned originally for playing, not for playing in SSA. That's allowed. Anybody can do that according to the rules. And you can see clearly that players do that. But back when first, you know, Europe was invading SSA, Nugget was on the top EU team that specifically had been losing to SSA's top squad. And then based on how the format worked, this Nugget's going to flick for a third, they needed to eliminate Limitless in the quarterfinals. In order to do that, they couldn't just run through the Swiss 3-0 like they normally do. They needed to lose a couple games in order to make sure they matched up with Limitless early. AKA, they needed to cheat. They needed to intentionally lose. And the investigation indicated that they did, in fact, intentionally lose in order to try and set that up. So they got a 1-year ban. At the time, there were community members saying that they didn't even do anything wrong because they felt that that was their best chance to get to the major, and everyone should be trying to get to the major. But I think at the end of the day, we can all agree intentionally losing, match fixing, essentially, can never be allowed. But Nugget has served his time, and that was my big point. Nugget has since served his time. He did his 1-year ban. We've seen lots of players take 1-year bans, serve them, come back, and show that they can be top talents that we can all cheer for. So we'll see. Nuggets has since been playing EU whenever he can, with the exception of the fact that he could not play EU RLCS 1v1 because he was still banned during the signups. Did the ban count towards cash cups? I bet he couldn't play in any Epic sponsored things. So yeah, he would not be able to play in cash cups, as Moxy's going to save towards his back wall. They had to lose to win. I mean, yeah, it happened a long time ago. But the way the format works, which, by the way, the new format is so much better at protecting against this. I'm not sure you could even do it in the new format, which is, like, to be fair, there was some fault. The way the format worked and the fact that only one team came out of SSA meant that, you know, there was clear incentive to lose based on the format, which is a bit of the format's fault. But at the end of the day, players still have to win their matches. The whole of the tournament and, you know, everything to do with the esport is based on players trying to win their games. Now, I don't think they could do it. If they tried to do it again, I think the format's too fixed. It'd be too hard. Nearly impossible to try and eliminate somebody that early or snipe a certain side of the bracket. So it's been fixed from both angles. Nugget, a nice save. Gonna send one rolling down the center of the field. I think the last time we did this Cash Cup, it was Nugget versus Moxy, and Nugget might have won in this case, right? I think Nugget won, but then got bracket reset by Moxy. Yeah, Nugget was part of that team. Nugget, look at this cut back and forth to dice up Moxy. Nugget, by the way, is streaming his POV live today if you want to check him out. I believe I still have his link. Oh, nope, I don't. I was going to say I thought I had his link on my clipboard, but I have since copied something else. I think it's Nugget RLL. 2 L's. Nugget has always been known to be a really speedy 1v1er. Absolutely flies around the field. Kind of like the likes of Nupo, but Nupo does it so a little bit more aerial based, I would say. Nugget is more like a first killer type speed, maybe. You could argue. Just constantly staying top speed and using that to his advantage. Moxy, air dribble bump, denied by Nuggets. We saw Moxy use the air dribble bump to great effect on LAN. Nugget not letting him get away with it right now in the EU Cash Cup. Another great save. A demo, and that demo is going to buy him a ton of time. Might even secure the game, depending on how well he can handle this possession. He tries to punish Moxy for diving. He does. Moxy dove all the way out to the midfield, maybe to try and get Nugget to get rid of the ball. Maybe not the worst idea ever, because what Moxy doesn't want to do is have to deal with Nugget just low 50ing, holding possession for the rest of time. He kind of wants to convince Nugget to take a risk, show the net might be kind of open, and then Nugget goes, oh, you know what? Instead of wasting time, maybe I will shoot. And if Moxy can find his way back and make a save, it might be his only win condition. But either way, he's also headed to a kickoff quickly where he will get a win. And so now he could just rely on kickoffs the rest of the way, if need be. So maybe some calculated risks from the Mock, as he now has another chance to tie the game. And it's going to be a wave dash kickoff. He does it! This is what I'm talking about. I can't believe it, but getting scored on, or basically allowing Nugget a good chance on net, was the right decision. It got him scored on, but it's the reason why he's 6-6. Nugget might have just walked the game out and ended it if Moxy had played safer in that moment. Moxy now maybe going to get one more to be a brutal one to lose for Nugget. Overtime in game number 1. Sounds a bit like match fixing. It's not match fixing. Nugget is reform. And there's absolutely no incentive to lose here. Nice save from Moxy. Moxy trying to pinpoint it top right, I imagine. Will resets. Flew over the top of the boost. I think he was hoping to steal all the hundreds, but couldn't get the midfield one while making a proper play on the ball. Forced back now. Pops this one out. Wants a demo or a boost steal. Doesn't get either. So now it's going to be Nugget with possession. Double jump bump. Moxy gets around it to make a save. And now it'll be his possession. Nugget rotating back late. Moxy just tries to punish. Nugget returns. A little bit more power, and that might have worked. Still a Moxy possession. He is worried about the Nugget pressure. Nugget needs to be careful this far in to Moxy's half, not leaving an open net at any moments. Instead, he's going to have to rotate back with very little boost. What a save on a Moxy flick. That is normally lethal. Keeping his car speed high so that even when he runs out of boost, he's still able to make reactionary saves like that one. 19 boost left over now. Moxy rolling it away. Chip up over the top. It's on the net. It's a game win for the Mock. Nugget let it slip away. And the crazy thing is, the way he let it slip away was by shooting an open net and scoring. Game number 2. Moxy always grinding out to the final moment of the game. Able to turn what looked like a likely loss into a win. He's done that many times. Specifically when we were doing our 9 to 5-a-thon, akin to Moxy's subathon. We had a big King of the Hill game going. Moxy would find himself down in so many games, but he just would never lose them. The in-game adjustments are next level with this guy. He wants a ground pinch. Could have been sick, but at the very least, it's not getting countered. Moxy wants a demo, doesn't get it. We'll back off. Nuggets. Air dribble resets into a wave dash. Nothing comes of it. Now Moxy up the sidewall. Are we going to see something insanely mechy? Moxy really prefers the ceiling resets. He is not the kind of guy who is going to go ball resets. It's much easier to get that ceiling reset. And then he plays it from there. Might be a moment in time where he's getting it, that he could be at risk for challenges that you aren't quite as at risk when you're on ball because you can protect it with a 50, but I don't think Moxy's setting those up unless he has the kind of space where he's not worried about anyone challenging him anyways. Nugget, I don't know why Nugget chased him down in the midfield. Definitely losing a goal after not getting anything out of this. I mean, he tried to like land a wave dash, but instead he just jumped himself on top of him. I really never notice when I say kind of guy, but I must have said it because chat, I said it a few times. I'm sure I was talking about Moxy. He is often that kind of guy. Nuggets, little wall pinch to set Moxy up for an air dribble he can't resist. Even if he does normally prefer the ground game. And he's actually able to just muscle a 50 straight down. Still high enough bounce that Nugget can get back around it. And this is the speed that we're talking about with Nugget. He is just relentless, quicker than you'd expect in situations like this. Moxy thinks he can stick around and maybe make a play on the ball, but Nugget's already right back on top of it, making it clear. Nuggets, air dribble 50. Big save. As Nugget tries to tap this one back towards the net. He's gotten a lot of boost deals. Moxy maintaining a healthy amount of boost in order to make a save when he needs to. He'll send this one out to Nugget's corner. It's still Nugget in control of possession. He'll try again. Reset around ceiling height, I think. Oh, he did. He just barely got it. The way his car rolled on the ball, maybe not so sure. But clearly, it was there as he gets the adjustments. And Moxy can only help but tap it in. Nuggets. Bump on the mock. and heads to the side wall. He's going to go for the ceiling reset as well, but he forgot to bring the ball with him. And fortunately, nah, it doesn't matter. Moxy's still going to score. I was going to say, fortunately, Moxy did not put it on target, but Nugget's still nowhere around. Moxy may have taken a break, but he seems to be playing just fine. There's a chance he's even better. I think when you're probably was not the best play to grind a 12-hour-a-day subathon all the way into potential RLCS Worlds match. Although he does have a while before that. I could see how he could be a little bit fresher getting back into the game now. As Moxy picks up the midfield. And we'll pinch this one into the corner. Another ceiling resets. Just lands and sends it directly at Nugget, and it's just fast enough. It seemed like a pretty low-risk play. I'm not even sure he was expecting it to score. He just knew it'd be a strong shot that Nugget would probably save into the corner, and you could see him even prepping to turn to go steal and play off that, but Nugget cannot stop the speed. 6-2. Moxy is a 1v1 machine built to destroy. And it seems like he's able to dominate. I mean, I think if all of EU was queuing up and wasn't over in NA, you know, Moxy would have matches where he struggles like he did in EU RLCS. But playing in tournaments like this, it looks akin to Diaz when he's playing over in NA. Just seems to be a step above. And will take quite the upset to bring him down. Moxy, is he wasting time already? He's not normally the kind of guy to to switch the field like this. This is more of a big air dribblers type strategy. Specifically, the guy I was just mentioning, Diaz will do this a ton, so he can get a clean air dribble setup. Moxy seems to be just clearly trying to waste time because he still didn't take an air dribble and just let Nuggets come dunk him in for a goal. Ooh, nice pre-flip shots. Nuggets bringing his way back. Maybe a little bit too cheeky from Moxy to try and waste some time early. To be fair, it is the opposite of what we were saying, you know, happened when Moxy was trying to make the comeback. He was hoping for more kickoffs. So in a way, you could think Moxy's saying, I don't want any more kickoffs. I'm just going to try and waste as much time as possible, but that didn't seem to work. So he got immediately dunked. And now he's going to take the ball away from Nugget, try and undercut him. Didn't catch him, so now he's just set him up the wall to air dribble. He has to get on the ball now. Moxy does not have a boost advantage here. He's just trying to stay on ball to buy seconds. Nugget had to use everything to transfer the field. Moxy gets the 100 back. Again, I don't think Moxy is trying to rush to this ball. He's just trying to keep his wheels grounded as best he can. Now he's going to switch the field again. This is definitely Moxy behavior. Sees Nugget diving and secures the game. Classic Mock. We haven't seen him lose yet. And he's going to be up 2-0, it looks like, in this winner's final. Moxy, a little crossbar for the road. Nugget making it look like a 2-goal game, but it will be a game win for Moxy either way. So you could have done that before. To be honest, I hadn't looked. I was not trying. Believe it or not, I was not attempting to farm the 7 bits that this combo thing gets. every few hours. The combo farms like 7 bits. Believe it or not, I was not trying to trade viewing quality for 7 cents. But I also have never seen it, so I didn't know how bad it was. But enough people said they didn't like it, so I decided to just screw it. Go see if I can find how to turn it off, and it turns out it was very easy. It was very easy to turn off. Because they have a big new, like, symbol letting me know that there's something new going on, so I just followed the new trail to where it led me at the very end, and then there was a little enable button. So my good feedback for them is thanks for putting the big new symbol that allowed me to quickly turn off your new feature. Nugget on the board. With a nice dunk. Ranger, maybe the 5 months tier 1. Whoever made that is a beta for sure. Got him, dude. Moxy getting a reset on the ceiling, but in reverse. Nuggets. Clear misplay. We watched it from Moxy POV. Moxy trying to go BM. It looked like he tried to bump Nugget while rolling it in. We're going to watch this again here. He was hoping for a spawn right there because if he did, he's going to bump him. And then the ball was going to roll in, but Nugget spawned on the other side. When are you going to set the quality to 1440p? Did they let everyone do that? I noticed some of the streamers I watched were, oh my goodness, what a pinch. Had 1440p. I think I have the internet to get away with that. I have fiber. So I think I should be able to and I'm actually streaming, like I'm recording in 1440p. It'd actually be easier for me if I could just stream in 1440p. But did they give that to everyone? Because you need a higher capped bitrate. Twitch had like a bitrate cap that was barely makes sense for 1080, I think. So you can't just bump it to 1440 at that bitrate or look miserable is what I understand. But if they allow a higher bitrate and higher resolution, then maybe I will. Yeah, just click the new and beta button. Okay, you're right. Good point. Let me go see if I can follow any new buttons. No, I don't see any over here. I'll have to look into it. You should record in 1439p. Oh, wow. I just realized that 1439 is 1 away. Imagine we streamed in 1439p. That would be insane commitment to the bit. Do you think AV1 support will fix streaming? Listen, I am a right genius, as Moxy hits a flick. So I know all about AV1 support, okay? And let me tell you, not only is it going to fix streaming, I think it's going to solve all the world's problems. Yeah, I think the reason why people say the 9 resolution is probably best is I think because the bitrate is not quite good enough for the 1080p. Like the capped bitrate they give you is like maybe better at a slightly smaller resolution or something like that. Who else is watching this on a yacht? Wait, type 1 in chat if you're watching today's stream from your yacht. Nice flick. Some people on a jet, I see. It is a good time to use your yacht. I would highly recommend you guys go out and spend some time on your yacht. You don't want to spend too much time sitting in your Corvette, you know, while watching on your phone. Moxy's up 5-1, by the way, and he is making it seem like the Cash Cup should be called the Direct Deposit to Moxy Cup, as many 1v1 tournaments look like nowadays. In fact, it might even be RLCS 1v1 might even be Direct Deposit to Moxy Cup. Oh gosh. Nuggets is being done dirty right now. Nuggets. Wave dash catch. Nice flick. And yet somehow it's going to be a Moxy goal. Somehow. No, it didn't turn into a full Moxy goal. Ooh, what a power slide catch from the Mock. He really wants his Brazil. Oh, he tried to hit the noosh. The backflip flick with that pinned down tail end of your car. There it is. There's the 7-1. Oh! No! Moxy! Why do you do this to us? Will the game end 6-1 or will it be 7-1? Moxy trying to get another one. Oh no, it's denied. GG's. Moxy advances. He does so without dropping a game on today's stream. Chat, here we go. It's grand finals. It is Moxy versus Nugget. Moxy's coming from the winner's bracket, so he has 2 lives here. He has to lose 2 best of 7s to Nugget in order to be eliminated. Moxy hasn't lost a game yet today. 3-0 against Nugget, 3-0 against Tempo. I could easily be convinced that he hasn't lost a game yet in the tournament. Let's go see. You never know. I can click on his name here. Ah, he has. He lost to Brainiac. He lost to Reverse. He has lost. Wow, he lost one of his early games. One of his first matches when he's probably playing like Diamonds. He lost the game. So he is not undefeated by any means. He's undefeated in the toughest games. But Nuggets trying to change that. Up 2-0. Moxy gets on the board off a kickoff. What are your guys' questions? What if someone was seeing they were winning by a lot and subbed mid marbles and won? Would it be a gifted or would they become king? We'll let them become king. You could try and sub last second. Moxy gonna get a second. Pretty sure allowing that just means I'll farm more subs. Seems like an obvious acceptance. Nuggets off the sidewall, leans back for a reset, wave that shot, puts it off the post and in. We were testing out the new stadium for the recent show matches. I haven't created any of these lobbies today, so I haven't had the choice in what stadium we played in. We played in some Manfield Day, I think. The last one was Manfield Day, wasn't it? But we're back to Manfield Nights. The classic 1v1 map. What if someone is obviously losing and gifts 100 subs to save their life? Yep. We'll allow that. That sounds fair enough to me. You would bet 10 euro on me winning a best of 1 against Rally, but my goals are multiplied by 3. What? Are you using your brain, sir? I would not. Moxy on a nice air dribble. Have you hopped into a lobby as a Grand Champ 1? Or I can't even say that because I was a silver. I got silver rewards last season. Have you dropped into a pro lobby with silver rewards before? You don't get to touch the ball. Doesn't matter if my goals are ×3. Moxy, ooh, he basically faked Nugget into the air, but then he played into the fake by hookshotting it. Ooh, nice quick play by Nugget. This is what he's known to do. Just stay all over the ball. Force the issue. Get goals. He's got a big mountain to climb here to win 6 games against Moxy. But you can only do it one step at a time. Nugget, nice speed again. Makes it 6-3. Absolutely cooking right now. You might be surprised I'm diamond, but I scored 4 goals in 1 game against S5 Cosmic. I think the problem is that if you said, you know, if you told S5 Cosmic in that game that his opponent's goals count for 3 and his goals count for 1, I think he plays the match differently. If you tell Drally he's trying to beat me when my goals are 3x multiplied, I think he does a pretty easy job of not letting me get enough goals to win. Nuggets throws one near post. Moxy has the save. Moxy really has a knack of making it look like he's going to lose games and then somehow winning them. Is he doing that to us again? Down 2. Not the best first touch setup. Makes up for it a little bit in his aerial. Fakes Nuggets, and he misses! Has to score eventually if he's going to debate us once again and make us think he's going to lose. Fix the overlay. The overlay is beautiful. It's perfect in every way. Are you talking about the W's and the L's? The W's and L's indicates who's coming from the winners and who is coming from the lowers. Moxy needs a goal. It's not best of 7. Oh, did it say best of 7? No, it's best of 5. Nugget missed this one. That maybe could have iced out the game. Moxy again, man, he just keeps getting caught. He's trying to creep towards the play, but Nugget wants nothing more than to just get to speed the ball and get goals off of it. That's exactly what he does. There's an orange and blue line above the overlay. You mean they're boost meters? Moxy. Ceiling resets. Nugget backs off. Still within 1. Nuggets chain dashing to steal some boost. Puts himself in a really strong position here against the Mock to get him his first loss today. Oh, Moxy mistouch, trying to bring the ball back. Nugget's going to do the same, but the other direction in order to try and starve him out. Big dunk! Oh, Moxy, he tried to be a hero on the chain dash and was not. So it should by all means be over unless Nugget somehow, some way lets Moxy have this one. Game 1 will go to Nuggets as he tries to bracket reset the Mock. Game number 2. Moxy gonna get it first. Type 1 in chat if after reading that message you immediately closed the stream and went to go play Grow a Garden. Nuggets. Ooh, hit him with a Moxy flick. But Moxy is the creator, and he'll be the one to control whether those go in. Nah, Grow a Garden is actually really good. Uh-oh. There's even more Grow a Garden believers. Moxy passed himself off the back wall, is able to chip it out past Nuggets. Nugget getting dunked into a demo here. Moxy power slide cuts. That catch probably a bit too strong. Closes too much of the gap between himself and Nuggets. These guys are playing at that Nugget speed right now. Both just top speed. Getting got by fakes left and right because they insist on playing at breakneck. But Moxy is eventually going to find himself an open opportunity. A boost steal doesn't pay off. I don't remember the last time a blue player won the match. To be fair, Start GG puts the favorites on orange. So, I mean, that you're just saying it's going to according to plan. For whatever reason, the higher seed goes on orange on Start GG. Moxy on the bounce dribble tried to hook shot on that far post. Doing so allows Nuggets to oh my goodness, Nuggets. How did you manage to miss that one? The dogs, they can't believe it. They have to chime in. Moxy actually could have shot there. He was expecting Nugget to clear earlier, so he decided not to flip, but if he knew Nugget was going to wait that long and only clear it off the bounce, he could have just pre-flipped in there. Moxy picking up his own back corner. He has not allowed Nugget a single goal after Nugget put up 7 in the previous game. Moxy showing how to hit a flick, and he'll do it to make it 5-0. The plan as it stands right now is to stream the Na Cash Cup as well. We have been doing a lot of streaming lately, but I think we'll be able to. Moxy up 6-0 now. Running the score up. Heading to the ceiling for a reset. Nugget not challenging him. Pays off. He gets the ball rolled to him. Joroots, Zapatos, Wavy. Those are the big 3 over in the Na Cash Cup. Ooh, baby, Moxy. Just barely missed it, though. so it will not be saved into a replay. Nugget just trying to see if he can get one goal. He's playing a new game. If I can get one goal before this game ends, then I feel good about the rest of the series, he's telling himself. Moxy waiting out. There's a lot of different options you could have taken there. Flipping to the back corner. Trying to flip in field. Ultimately decides to just hold on. Oof! There it is. Nugget is on the board. It feels like it barely counts when you only do it after the other guy gets 7. But that is a strong flick. 116. Now say next. Yeah, I was talking about this, I think during RLCS ones with Johnny. It's like, it almost felt like there was a chance, I think it was Chronic or something, that might call a forfeit after scoring. This is like an essential forfeit, as Moxy and Nuggets just play some mind games at the midfield. And then Moxy booms on a shot, and Nugget says no. Oh, is Cosmic not in the upper bracket of the Cash Cup? Ground pinch. What a shot. Clearly these guys are just in need of an admin. Clearly they're in desperate need of an admin. Okay, Moxy is trying to flex right now by hitting a Diaz challenge, showing that he's ready to play against Diaz. He's showing off his full field air dribble to say, look, I can do it, dude. I'm ready to play against Diaz. Might not get to, though. Might not get to, though. Ooh, nice pre-flip flick. Hit him with the Evo. 10-1, 5 seconds. Nugget has, I think, forfeited this game. He's just kind of waiting it out. These last few goals have not been him trying. Game number 2 goes to the Mock. 2 games away from being the Cash Cup champ. Game number 3. Will Moxy continue his huge run, a 10-1 run that he had in game number 2? Or will Nugget put up a stronger fight? It is 16-8 in goals scored now, although a lot of them were fairly meaningless for those of us who were watching the end of that game 2. Nugget had already given up, but Moxy's going to pick up right where he left off and go up 1-0. Kickoff flick from Nugget denied. Moxy's going to pre-flip out in order to send it out to the midfield. Looked like he tried for a really ambitious diagonal zap dash to maybe keep that one going. He's playing a little bit more like Nugget. The pre-flip doesn't work, but Nugget will just own goal it. Moxy is trying to pre-flip underneath it, I think. Instead, he just convinces Nuggets to send it himself. How many people ended up being Nugget believers in the prediction? 9%. 91% of the points on the mock. We do a watch party for League of Legends Worlds. My understanding is that League of Legends Worlds is like a locked watch party situation, no? Some esports have select streamers who can watch party, and they don't just let everyone do it. Is that? I'm pretty sure that's the case for League of Legends. So even if you were interested in that, I was interested in that, and we wanted to, we could not. Which I wonder why that is, as Nugget gets a demo and gets another. You guys just waiting for the ball to come back down if they both wave dash. No advantage to the dash for either of them as they just sit there. Moxy has a boost steal. Can he make something out of that? Gets little bumps. Thrown off a bit, but now Nugget's still in a bad spot. That clear probably isn't good enough. Moxy's going to force the issue. Flick is too high. Don't they make money from licensing watch parties? Do they really? They make the people pay? Is that what you're saying? Round pinch. Nice shot from Moxy. Fix the flag of Durali. Oh, did my editor put up France on his flag? Ah, classic. Classic. I'll let him know. I'll fix it when I have a chance. I didn't notice it before. Moxy tapping this one to the back wall. Tried to connect on the demo. Nuggets will escape the other way. Just a 1-goal lead for the Mock. Moxy gonna make it 5-3. Big delay kickoff. As he sends this one to the sidewall. Reset. Double. No. I wonder if I could quickly do it while live. It might be pretty simple. Moxy on the reset shots. Let me see here. What if... You know what? The dogs are going to be barking anyways, so I'll just mute up. Nuggets down 3-6 here. As his flick gets denied. Chip shot saved from inside the net. Moxy trying to hold on to a 3-goal lead. He is so good at holding on to leads. As Nugget soars across the sky. Little wave dash catch. We watch it from Mr. Moxy's POV. He makes a save with ease. I am also working on fixing a thumbnail at the same time. I can do it all. Get it twisted. One moment away from perfection. I think. Maybe I need to do this. Sorry, I'm sure the game is quite interesting. But this must get fixed ASAP. It is done. Isn't Drowley NA? You're right, I should have put it Canadian. Moxy, big win. Follow up to make it 7-4. Nuggets. Little reset double. Wait a second. Maybe the believers can hold for just a little bit longer. Nugget did not get this kickoff win, though. Moxy's going to chip it in. That's going to put him one game away from finishing off what will be a nice Cash Cup victory. Only a single game dropped today, but who knows? Series not over yet. Just a strong game 2 and 3 from the Mock. Game 4, Moxy and Nuggets, humongous kickoff win. Moxy right back on top. Nuggets trying to force this straight down the center of the field. And now it's like an awkward battle because Moxy doesn't want to take it in front of his net and let Nugget score it. He has to wait to time it nice and perfectly such that he can get it clear, which he did, but then he does get demoed. Now double jump bump. 1-1, Nugget on the board. Moxy, double jump bump attempts. He catches and pops it over the top. Nugget convinced him to go back down with his defense. Moxy lands. Gets his goal. Moxy seemed like he might follow him deeper into his half, but ultimately does decide to back off. Moxy interception, needs the perfect touch to get it in, and he does. I'm not sure if you mean Moxy. Why is Moxy not streaming anymore? Or if you just mean why is he not on Steam? Like, why is he logged in through Epic? Not on stream. I think it's just Burnout from the subathon. Not on Steam. I don't know. Maybe he likes Epic Games. Thinks a lot of people have some placebos. Their logins with a certain account they like better. Isn't it a ping thing? I don't think so. It's more like a frames. Sometimes their game will like stutter or something and people think it runs better on Epic. Nugget gonna make it 3-3. This is his main, I'm pretty sure. He does have many accounts. And all of the new ones are, of course, on Epic that he uses for stream content. But I'm pretty sure he's playing this one on his main. Nugget now at 4-3. Another kickoff that looks like it's going to go in, make it 5-3. He can really snowball One of the biggest snowballing players in the game. Nuggets, double jump bump. Make it 6-3. The snowball gets bigger. Moxy cannot seem to stop the scoring run right now. He does have a ton of time. 3 minutes to make back up the 3 goals. Is Moxy young enough to be Boxy's son? I think he maybe could be. He's not, because Moxy was not French, but... Moxy gonna have Nugget chasing him down at top speed. He knows it. He's staying top speed as well to make sure he can evade. As he now undercuts Nugget. Has a great position here. Feels like a likely goal here for Moxy based on what we've seen from him in the past. It's going to be a bump. Nugget makes a save. And actually picks up the boost. Moxy wants to squeeze in a quick one. Oh, he faked him out. He just played patient and looked for a low 50 and or fake. And he caught the guy who likes to zip by too quickly into a backflip over the top of the ball. Moxy gonna make it another one. 6-6. 3 straights. And he has brought it back with a chance to end it here. Nugget would have to win this game, another game, and another series if he wanted to be the Cash Cup winner. Moxy. Nice cat and cut. Cat and cut. Catch and cut. Slows down. Double jump bumps Mr. Nuggets. Or Mr. Moxy, I should say. As Nugget goes up 7-6. Moxy's pretty good at those pinches. Tries one here. Doesn't really work out as it gets to an air dribble bump from Nugget. Ooh, what a save from Moxy. Nugget has no choice but to save it as well, going in and out. Moxy able to dodge the demo, pick up both boosts. Can he convert? He goes low 50 as he's expecting a 0 boost Nugget to be a spamming of the speed. And he is right in expecting exactly that. Nugget turns and challenges right away. Wave dash kickoff for Nuggets. Forces it into the orange half, but he actually can't score it. Moxy sends it high. Potentially a minute away from a win here. Has to be careful as he's playing without any boost. Needs to get a solid pre-flip or a wave dash. He doesn't go for either. Can he get a bump on Nugget? He does. Gets Nugget on the wrong side of the ball. Counterattack shots. This one went back and forth. Nugget. Oh, can't get the save. That one was teetering on the edge of a goal for both players. Moxy staring down Nugget. He will waste time. He absolutely will waste time. If he sees Nugget leave the ball, he'll bring it back into his corner to secure a game win. Nugget fake challenge. Moxy doesn't fall for it. He'll switch the field again. As Nugget looks to get maybe a demo or something, Moxy goes extra high on the wall to dodge said demo that never arrives. Now he fakes the clear across the side of the field and then eventually takes the 50. So much time wasted in this process. Ooh, that's actually a good bounce for Nugget. Moxy was around to finish it if it was any sort of regular bounce. And now Nugget's getting himself bumped all the way to the end of the game. Moxy will be your Cash Cup champion. Congratulations. He drops a single game today and gets the dub.